This is Hanayama Twist. I actually hadn't seen this puzzle until I walked into the shop and saw it on the shelf. The guy behind the counter told me it had just come out, and I just loved the look of it, so I had to have it. It's based on Oscar Benedetto's Snake Ball. They've taken the design of that and just cast it into 3 separate pieces, put them together. It's a 2-piece puzzle as you buy it. I'm just saying it's in more than 1 piece, but in order to actually cast it, they couldn't cast each of those 2 individual pieces alone. They had to then further break those pieces down into smaller pieces, which they then constructed together to make 1 solid piece, and you have 2 of those solid pieces. So you have 1 gold piece, 1 silver piece. The object is, of course, to take them apart. You can see on the outside these grooves that run on both pieces in various circular formats. And if you actually were to look inside the pieces themselves, on one side of it there is a bump, and it's that bump that runs through those grooves. So you're just running one of those bumps through a maze in order to get to its escape point. Well, I kind of like solving 2 at once, but you only really need to focus on 1 in order to do the puzzle, because the limitations of the other groove ways won't allow the other bump to move in certain directions, so you won't be able to go down certain paths that are wrong. You will be able to go down certain paths that are wrong, but I'm going to show you which ones to go down when. So what I'm actually going to do now is run through just a quick solve, and then talk in more detail about what's involved in actually solving it. I can't get a close-up enough of this to show you and still keep it in focus properly, so I'm going to do that with some still images in a moment. But to give you an idea of what's involved, all that I'm actually doing is using the silver piece as a frame, so to speak, in order to manipulate the bump that is inside the ring of the silver piece around the network of grooves on the gold piece, to get it out to the position where it can be released. I'm basically ignoring anything other than that little bump inside the silver piece, and like I say, you'll be able to see in more detail what I mean by that with the pictures that I'm going to use. Like I say, there is just, I tried, it's absolutely not happening at all to get to show you what's involved. And so I could give it a go, but if I was to tell you to go in this direction, you might get the track just next to it, which would be wrong, and then you'd start going down a rabbit hole of errors. It's just, yeah, it's not conducive to actually getting you to solve the puzzle. So that's why I haven't done that. So I'm considering this the front face of the puzzle. The bump is to the right, which is the gold. This is the back. You'll notice it's got the IST from Twist there, and the bump is on the left. So for now, like I say, we're just going to focus on the front, push the puzzle piece down, and then take this path with the silver bump. The bulb end of the line is where the bump starts. Turn the puzzle around, and then you're going to want to follow this track here. You'll notice that there are 2 little channels that come downwards into the flat space there. Be aware that you're going into there and not just continuing around to the other side. Turn the piece around again, and you're going to go up halfway and then down all the way to the bottom. And then turn the piece around once more. From here, you're going to want to come up the curve, going left at both junctions, so that you can then come down to the middle part. Here, essentially, you're just going around the column to the other side and then up. You'll come out of the actual puzzle into that free space, and then you can rotate the silver piece a little bit so that the ball goes up and then back into the channel above it as you're looking. So once you come back into the channel and come out into the free space again on this side, you'll be able to actually push the 2 pieces through each other, so it marks the halfway point of the solve. So we're going back through this channel, which we have already been through, but now that the pieces are in a slightly different orientation, because we've gone around and pushed through, the other ball is able to go for a different channel, so that's why we've now got avenues open to us to actually get to the escape point that we couldn't earlier. Again, we're just coming down this side here all the way down to the bottom. We turn the puzzle over and we go our way up, zigzagging across that top portion to go around, and then as we get to the other side it's just up and pull to separate, and you are done.